Jill Heisler, tell us how you got into wrestling and kind of take us through the years and talk about special moments.
So I got into wrestling my freshman year. My friend Claire, she just decided to try out wrestling, and she really encouraged me and my sister to join with her. So we went to a couple open mats with her, and I got really hooked on wrestling, and I've been wrestling ever since then. I'm a senior this year, so it's been this will be my third season actually. I did have a pretty good injury, so I wasn't able to wrestle last season. But yeah, I'm excited to be back this year, get back on the mat. I'm hoping to do pretty good this year. The end of my sophomore season, my last season that I wrestled, I think that I did pretty good. I had a good amount of improvement from the previous years. And even just like as being a team manager, I really enjoyed that as well. I think that kind of made me more appreciative for the sport, kind of seeing more behind the scenes, and I was able to kind of see more of my teammates wrestle rather than just having to focus on when I'm going to be on the mat and whatnot. I really enjoyed watching my sister wrestle and watching her grow as well. It gave me that. So yeah, I'm appreciative. Even though I wasn't able to wrestle this last season, I still tough through it out, and yeah, I'm appreciative of that, and I'm very excited for this upcoming season.
And how about support from family?
Yes, I think my number one support is obviously my sister, my twin sister, Kim. We wrestle together in practice, when we warm up at tournaments and so on. We're always on the side of the mat when we can when we're wrestling. And we help each other out, give each other tips here and there, of course. And then my mom, I'm really appreciative for my mom. She shows up to our tournaments whenever she can, and she's always proud, whether we win or lose, place or not. She's just so proud of us for that, and she's a very big support. It makes me really love the sports even more.
Got some big goals for this year?
Yeah, I'd say my goal, because I was unable to wrestle last year and didn't make it to state my sophomore year, I'd say my goal this year is to hopefully qualify for state. And if I make that goal, then to obviously place. But that's what I'm focusing on right now, is to hopefully qualify.
All right, best wishes and good luck.
Thank you so much.
Morgan Little, tell us how you got into wrestling and kind of take us through the years and any special moments.
So I started wrestling in 8th grade with my friend Makita. We started wrestling together. We just wanted to try it out, and then we got hooked on the sport and wanted to do it more. And we've been wrestling together ever since till this year.
Talk about your teammates and those you look up to.
My team gets along really well. We're like a big family. We work together and we support each other at tournaments and at practices. And if one of us is like not having a good day, we lift them up and help them out.
Talk about the coaching here. You got great coaching here at Spearfish High School. Talk about their impact in the wrestling room and also in competition day.
The coaching is good. They if we don't understand a move, they slow it down and teach it to us the way that we'll understand, so it's not overcomplicated. And then at tournaments, they coach you how you want to be coached. If you lose, then they're not bombarding you, and they give you space to recover and think about what happened and stuff.
How about support from family?
My family's pretty supportive of me. My dad shows up to all my tournaments, and my mom shows up when she can, and she helps me learn new things, and she supports me a lot.
Expectations and goals?
I want to place in state as high as I can. I want our team to place as high as we can. I want all of our team members to go to state.
Candice Matsuda, tell us how you got into wrestling and kind of take us through the years.
So I got into wrestling because one of my teachers had heard that I did jiu-jitsu when I lived on Kauai. So when we moved here, he suggested that I try wrestling. And then, yeah, it was really good, and the team was super welcoming. So that's just how I got into it, yeah.
Talk about your teammates and those you look up to.
So I love all my teammates. They're super great. They all work really hard. I really look up to my sister, honestly, because she always is really encouraging, and she always works really hard. And I'm super proud of a lot of the younger girls, like Venora and Kimber. Kimber's been putting in a lot of work in the off season, just lifting and wrestling. So I'm really excited for her and just all of the girls to see how they're going to be doing this year.
Yeah, talk about the impact from your coaches in the wrestling room and also on competition day. Not only technique but also mental preparation.
Yeah, I think the coaches, they really help me a lot, especially with my mental stuff. Like before my matches, they always know what to say to encourage me and also calm me down. And then just like always in practice, they're always encouraging and just helping out. And I've also gotten a lot of good coaching in the off season that has prepared me for this as well.
A lot of family support?
Yes, I could only do this with the support of my family. They're always really encouraging and supportive, but they also keep me accountable and make sure I'm doing the best that I can.
And how about goals for this wrestling season?
This season, I'd really just like to end it without having any regrets. So I just want to push myself to the best that I can and see where that puts me. Just try to glorify God through all things that I do. And yeah, wherever I end up, I'll be happy with it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Mathilde, tell us how you got into wrestling and kind of take us through the years and talk about maybe any special moments.
So I started wrestling freshman year because we used to do jiu-jitsu when we lived on Kauai, and when we moved here, our teachers and friends encouraged us to start wrestling. It's been really good. I've enjoyed it a lot so far. Freshman year, I dislocated my elbow at like the second tournament, and so I missed most of the first season, but I got to come back and wrestle at state. And then since then, I've been lucky enough to qualify every year for state. And yeah, it's been really great to see the team grow, to see how the sport has developed, how it's gotten harder. Yeah.
Yeah, talk about your teammates and those you look up to.
I look up to, I love our team. It's been really great this year. I especially look up to my sister. She works so hard, and she always encourages me. She does the best job of pushing me. But I'm also just so proud of especially our seniors, and Sydney coming back from an injury. I think it's very impressive, and how Kim, personally, I've seen her improve so much these past few years, and I'm excited to see how she'll do this year.
Your sister mentioned support from family. That's a great thing.
Yeah, no, my sister's great, and then just honestly, my whole family is very supportive. It's really nice because, the season gets tough, but when you have people there to help support you and get you through it, it's really good.
And goals for this season?
Always working to improve, It's my senior year. I don't want to have any regrets, so I'm going to try to leave it all on the mat, put all the effort in that I can. Always trying to improve from last year, placing-wise. Yeah, I just want to glorify God in everything I do.
Best wishes and good luck.
Thank you so much.
Sydney Badwound, tell us how you got into wrestling and kind of take us through the years.
When I was in 5th grade, I was living in Colorado Springs, and my brothers wrestled all their life, and they've always tried to get me into it. And I started with club, and then up through 6th grade, I wrestled, and then I moved here, and I wrestled my 7th and 8th grade year. And then my freshman year, I got hurt, and I took a few years off, and now I'm back as a senior.
Talk about your teammates and those you look up to.
I love all my teammates. They're very supporting and uplifting. I look up to my coaches a lot and their mentality, and they're just great within the wrestling room.
Yeah. You mentioned your coaches. Talk about the help from your coaches in the wrestling room and on competition day.
They're very uplifting, and they push us in the wrestling room to work as hard as we can, and they allow us to grow and show us our improvements and what we can work on and all those sorts of things.
How about support from family?
I have a huge support system at home. My family is amazing. My brothers grew up with amazing support systems, and they've always been there for us.
And how about your goals for this year?
I just hope that I can get back to where I was back freshman year and just work to make myself better.
All right, good luck and best wishes.
Thank you so much.
Kim Heisler, tell us how you got into wrestling and kind of take us through the years.
Yeah, so during my freshman year, which was 2020, the team was really doing a lot of recruiting for the girls wrestling team. And they had a lot of stuff up around the school, and one of my friends was just like, let's go try it out. So we went and tried it out, and immediately the team was very welcoming. The coaches were really supportive. It was all great, and we kind of fell in love with it there, and we stuck with it now, and I love it still.
Talk about your teammates.
Our teammates are great. We break down at the end of practice with family. We are a huge family, and I love it. Everyone's supportive of each other. We're always there cheering each other on, helping each other through the rough, because it does get rough at sometimes, but we're always there for each other. It's really great.
Yeah, talk about your coaches in the wrestling room and all the preparation, and then on competition day too.
Yeah, the coaches are great as well. They're also part of our family. They do good in the wrestling room. coaching us on what we need help with and pointing out what's good and what's bad so we can do our best to improve. They're always there for us mentally during practice as well as at tournaments. They gifted us all journals so that we can work on ourselves better mentally and prepare for that kind of stuff, and they're always just there whenever you need. They're great coaches. I do think we have some of the best coaches in the state.
Lots of support from your family, I know.
Yes, my sister Jill and I, we wrestle together since freshman year, so we're always there for each other, tournaments, practice, traveling, always there. And then my mom, she's also great. She comes and supports us through all of it as well.
Wrestle your sister once in a while?
Yeah, we do have to wrestle once in a while. It is pretty entertaining. It's a good competition. It's a lot of fun.
How about your goals for the season?
Yeah, so my sophomore year, I did end up qualifying for state. I did just fall short for placing there. And then last year, I actually did not qualify for state. So I'd say this year would be to qualify for state again, compete well. Hopefully place, that would be ideal, but we'll see. I'll just take it how it goes.
Best wishes and good luck.
Thank you.
Joel Martin, head girls wrestling coach for Spearfish High School, starting my 29th year overall coaching. This is our 4th year where we've separated with the girls. I believe it's the 6th year that we've sanctioned in South Dakota, but it's a great thing. The history of it, like I said, I think I've had a girl on my team since around 2008, 9, right in there, 10, something like that. We really kind of took off probably 2020 right in there, 2019 started getting 5, 6, 7 girls in the varsity, and we kind of saw the need to where we just wanted to separate the team out, and when we did that, we really grew the girls' numbers, and I think in the first year we tripled our numbers when we separated out, which was 2022-23 is when we went to a separate boys and girls team. So, yeah, and in the state, it's just been great. It's the girls' numbers have grown tremendously, even just throughout the nation. I think last year they said there was almost 74,000 girls that were wrestling in high school, which is great. I think in the early 90s it was like 100 and some. So it's kind of a neat little statistic, but it's been good. This year we're really looking forward to things. We've got 6 seniors this year, which is pretty awesome. They've been all with us since that first year that we separated out. We have Candice and Matsuda, Mathilde Matsuda, Jillian Heisler, Kimberly Heisler. I got 2 sets of identical twins, so that's 4 of them. And then I have Sydney Badwound and Jaden Werlinger are our seniors. And Sydney Badwound was a girl that wrestled for us for several years and had some tough injuries and the last couple of years and decided to come back out this year. And we're really excited for her because before she got injured a couple of years ago, she was right up there in the state rankings. So we're pretty excited to have her out. We've got some really good juniors. Haven Baker, Makita Razors are returning placers for us, and then also Morgan Little, who was very close to qualifying for state last year and just didn't quite get there. We really think she can push and do a good job for us. And then, of course, one of our sophomores is Marley Heltzel. She's placed every year since 7th grade, so she's a 3-time state place winner for us. And again, we're looking for her to push, for a title this year. Hopefully, right up there, top 3, top 4. But this year the weights went to 14 weights instead of 12 weights. So there's 2 more weight classes now in the girls, which is great, and I think that'll actually help us. It kind of helps spread our girls out a little more, and so they're not all bunched up in one spot. We are kind of bunched up heavy in the middle. We actually don't have a ton of lightweights this year, which seems like we've always had. So, but yeah, overall, we're really looking forward to it. We're going to have a tough opening duel against Sturgis. Their girls team has really come on. They're going to give us a huge challenge in the duel. I think they'll be pretty close to filling a full lineup. And then we actually got up to the Sidney, Montana tournament this year. We've never been to that. We've always heard it's pretty tough. Montana has some really good girls wrestling too. And we thought we'd try something different at the start of the season. And then, we go into the Rapid City tournament, which is, 60-some teams strong. And then we go to the Canton tournament, and that'll be our December. Our December's pretty tough. We also have a girls-only home duel on December 11th, so we'd love everybody to come out to that. We got Aberdeen Central coming in, who is probably going to be a ranked team, hopefully along with us. We're kind of thinking we might be up there too, so we might have a a ranked girls duel coming on that at home. So, but yeah, other than that, if we can stay healthy and avoid the injury bug and all those things, I really think we got a good shot to put some girls on the podium and get another team placing this year.